What's up, guys? Back with the RMR Podcast, episode 16. I'm Mitch Pfeiffer.
I'm JP, and today we've got some guests. Adam from Hazy. What's good, brother?
What's up, fam? How's it going today? How's everybody feeling?
Man,
Thank you so much for having me on.
We really appreciate you being on the episode, bro.
Of course, man. Love it. I love it. This is exciting. We're excited. I'm excited. We're collaborating and just being able to talk a little bit about the industry and just cannabis that we're all passionate about.
100%, man. 100%. Yeah. So for the people out there that might not be aware, break down Hazy LA, man. You guys been throwing events for a minute, creating content for a lot of the top brands. Moving and grooming. There's probably some other stuff you guys got in the tuck, man. What's a little bit of the history of your guys' group?
Dude, we've been going crazy. We've been moving now for 2 years. So we all come from High Times, and we're over there, and then ended up leaving around 420 in 2019. There was a big group of us, and then the three of us decided, let's start Hazy. Let's actually do some dope stuff for our clients and just be our own bosses, and be able to do creative concepts and stuff that we want to do and want to put out there. So we just started going hard with events, and we did some stuff with 710 when we first started, and started doing some stuff just with just different music labels and different industries. And now we're a full service creative agency. So it's over COVID, did a whole bunch of content stuff, really toned and honed that in, and was able to just kind of start doing more projects, working with more dope people, and just keeping positive vibes. That's really what we're about, and growing the industry, growing our community, letting everybody be a part of the party.
Hell yeah. Well, you guys are throwing some of those parties, man. So right now, we usually kick off the episode talking about what we've been smoking on this week, man. So I know you're rolling up over there. Well, what are some of the shit you've been smoking this week, and what are you smoking on right now?
Yeah, man. Oh, I have been loving mostly just 3C Farms. They've been. I got a couple of good strains from Waylon, the homie, and everybody over there. But right now we got some M33. There it is. Some good nugs, some solid nugs from Waylon. And then I was smoking on some Tahoe OG and some Kush cookies. So okay. It's pretty good.
Damn,
I'm smoking on the M33 right now. Kush
cookies sounds fire.
Yeah. How about you guys? What you smoking on now?
Oh man, Mitch, you start.
Well, man, I'm at the house. My son's running around, so I'm on the week. For us smokers, I like to get heavy on the blends, but right now I'm rocking with the PAX Air Life. The little mini joint they just came out with. And I got this from up here in Washington, a gelato strain from Avitas. They're a producer out here. I copped a couple of these carts a couple weeks ago, and I've just been blowing through them. But this new PAX, this is my first time trying it out. It's a little bit smaller than the other one. It's pretty tight. And then for flower, I'm not smoking on it currently, but there's a grow out here. I know you're from the Cali market, but House of Cultivar, and they got this Grand Cru line, and this is one of their runs. I don't know how we can get to it. One of their runs crosses.
Look at that one. That's a run. I've seen one. Damn.
So, yeah. Y'all can't smell it, but it's very runcy. It's running my life up over here. I might try and pop out at the event with something from them, man. They're putting out some serious fire up here in the Washington market.
Yeah, Mitch, you got to pull up. You got to pull up to the 710 event and bring him some fire.
We'll match, man. I got you.
We got to bring him.
What you been on, Ping?
Right now, I'm grinding up some Cure Company, Alien OG, Black Cherry Pie. If you guys were in the room, I might have to put up a cautious sign. No joke over here right now. It's no joke, man. I got the Cure Company, and then I got this thing. We got the Free Britney from Lolo. Shout out to Britney Spears, man. We got to support Britney. We got to get her out of that conservatorship. So everybody here right now, go over to Britney Spears, Google her, vote for her, support her, repost her shit, tell her story. Hashtag Free Britney, y'all.
They got a Free Britney strain, or they're just pushing the campaign on it?
I have no idea. But I fuck with Britney Spears so tough because I was raised for a period of my life by my mom. And, bro, Britney Spears, wow. Game changer.
It's a real one.
That's who you guys got to book next. Hazy and Britney.
Britney Spears.
Let's go.
It's over. That's the queen.
Britney.
Her and Beyonce. That's it.
That's crazy. So they're really out here pushing the free Britney movement on PAX, bro. She's getting support in the weed industry.
I believe Lolo is Lowell Farms. I do believe that.
Okay. Well, shout out Lowell. That's some creative marketing.
It's in their wheelhouse, I guess, to do that. And then we got the new King Lotto from the Cure Company. They got the King Lotto, I believe, went in Packwoods too, by the way. So big shout out to Packwoods. I'm pretty sure the King Lottos were in Packwoods. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that's accurate. Big shout out to them, man. Love this shit.
Yeah, I love the Cure Company. They got some fire flower. That grow is super nice too. The DTPG one.
Yeah, I love hitting that. Yeah, they definitely. Every time I'm in LA, I'm trying to smoke a little Cure Company.
I'm gonna be real stoned by the end of this episode. I'm gonna be like
slump off the indicas. Man, so Adam, obviously the upcoming 710 event was announced today, 710 Fest in downtown LA. What's the haps, man? Give the people a little bit of a lowdown of what's going to be going on in downtown Los Angeles on Oil Day.
Man, on Oil Day, it is the day of the year. It's my favorite day. It's Hazy. It's our team's favorite day. Like we love 420. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love 420. But 710, like where's the love for that? So it's just at a special place in our hearts. So this 710, we're going all out. We're so excited to be back. Like it's been a long year. I don't need to tell anybody. Like we're so stoked to finally be doing some stuff. We got some awesome live talent. We got Cam'ron and Vendetta. They just dropped a new album. Smoke DZA, Wednesday, some other really dope artists, and then a bunch of cannabis brands, all like super dope California, SoCal, NorCal, like some really cool stuff coming through. Packwoods is doing a huge activation. Munchies is taking over like a whole dome. It's going to be really dope. New products, new stuff, just fun experiences, food, tattoos, the whole thing.
Joey's gonna get tatted, bro. He's gonna get Cam'ron lyric. He's gonna get a Cam'ron lyric tattooed on him.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Adam tatted on my face, man, and Hazy tatted right here on my eye.
The Hazy ear or eyebrow tat.
What's up, man? What do people get?
I love it.
What do people get? What's the lifetime gift people get for getting the Hazy tattoo?
Oh man, I mean, number one, the memory. But you get like the full logo. I mean, people. I think it's been cool. Like you don't have to like when you get a tattoo at a Hazy event, it's like a bunch of flash tat sheets and shit like that. But if you got the full logo, I'll definitely send you a merch bundle, man. Like, let's go.
There we go.
Yeah, he said, bro, throwing some annual Christmas cards and he's sold, man.
Yo, Hazy not lazy, man. Hazy not lazy. That's a mindset.
Exactly, man. Don't get it twisted.
Hell yeah, man. So I want to revisit a little bit back. You guys said that you said you guys were working. All of you guys, the core group of Hazy, worked at High Times before you guys broke off and did your own thing.
Yeah. So Audrey, Colin, and I. We're there, and there was, like I said, a larger group that had left pretty much in like a 2-week period, and we were there for like a year doing Cannabis Cup stuff and sales and magazine stuff, and then Audrey was at Dope, so she was actually bought out. She came into the office calling over at High Times, and she came in, and we had Dope, we had Culture, Green Rush Daily, big industry stuff, Reggae on the River, and I was like right in the time when they were trying to go public.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. So some crazy times, it's definitely some bigger stuff now.
Yeah, we were reading all the news. We were following it.
Yeah. Who knows when it will go public? We'll see.
Yeah, quite the tumultuous path since those initial IPO announcements. A little bit of up and down. So man, for out there, like one of the things for us is, we touch on a lot of music industry and cannabis industry with always like the effort of or the emphasis on game and just marketing, people that want to build brands, just take charge and hustle. And so taking that experience, like what you did essentially is took some experiences you had at a day job and then created your own job. And so was there like a specific moment where you had a switch that went off, or was it like you were just building for that and then saw the right opportunity to do it?
Yeah, man, that's a great question. I think that most of it had to do with just the company culture, you know, and we all on like in the LA office bonded pretty close together, especially, you know, in the department that, you know, Audrey and Colin and I were in. And like, we just all were just getting beat down together, just like just, you know, wanting to get out and wanting to have a better culture and, you know, actually do some fun things that, you know, we felt like our voices were being heard. We could do like things we were actually passionate about and we could, you know, deliver for our clients. So that was really where it was born, and just grinding for like 6 out of those 12 months, just like, fuck, man, let's go. Like, we can do this. We can do this ourselves. We can do this. Like, we can do some crazy shit. And like, yeah, I mean, we left. We left out. We said, see you guys. Like, let's go. And went to San Diego, tripped on some mushrooms, and we're like, yeah, this is the right move. We're all just like melting to like Pretty Lights and like Justice and Paulo and Pan, like just on like the screen, you know, and like, yeah, let's fucking go. We can do this. And yeah, just the rest has been a long journey and so much fun though. So much fun.
I love it.
What are some of those things that you learned at High Times that like help you now, like skill set wise?
Yeah, man. I mean, I definitely learned what not to do. I'll say that, or at least how to, you know, treat the people that are like the bread and butter and the lifeblood of this industry, especially in California. Like, being able to look at somebody and actually respect what they do and be like, yeah, you know, I have a passion for growing weed too. I have a passion for talking about cultivation and what the branding trends are and like what events are dope and what people are doing. And like, I want to be able to have a real conversation with somebody about that. I don't want to have to be like always apologizing for not delivering or like, you know, transferring things to other parts of the business and magazine ads and just different stuff. You know, it's just like, I think I definitely learned how to treat people right and like how to just offer up respect and like actually want to learn. And, you know, you guys know it too. Like, people can see through the bullshit so easily. Like, who are you trying to bullshit, man? Like, on anything, you know? So the more that you're just passionate in yourself and about the community, like, then that will reward you in the end.
100%. So
could not agree more.
And working in that, like, you know, you worked in like a sales type role, which is a very much like entrepreneurial type role, you know, where you don't grind, you don't really eat, you got to work hard. There's forms of training, but there's not really forms of training for everything that it entails. You know, sales is like a real hustle.
Yeah.
So did you do sales before that, or did you have like the hustle in you before you were in that position, or have a sales role before that, or did that kind of ignite like or untap like just the hustle in you?
No, so that's a good question too. I mean, Colin and I, we met each other in high school actually. So we were in Ohio, just working on stuff, and he started a production company that was like all like in the music industry, like backline stuff, you know, audio, speakers, lighting, stage rentals, shit like that. And I got hooked up with him. We started doing that in Ohio, and then like that's what we came to California for like 5 years ago. And just quickly learned the music industry is super crazy, and you know, being wide-eyed 19-year-olds like trying to think of where the shit was definitely put in our place pretty fast. So I mean, I worked through a lot of bullshit jobs, man, like just grinding, like not even in the music industry or what I wanted to do. And you know, I got a couple shots to start some sales positions and really get some knowledge and, you know, how to talk to people better and just how to sell and, you know, how to talk, you know, like I was saying, and just being able to like hook up on that and then just build my way up and, you know, reach out to High Times and get hired there, and then, you know, bring Colin in, and then Audrey comes into the picture too, you know, whatever, 2 months later. It's been crazy. But yeah, it's been a good experience, just trying to always stay alive and keep being able to pay rent and learning things. You know how it is, like it goes crazy.
the pursuit of one's dream, like you said, you're like, I worked a bunch of jobs and it wasn't what I wanted to do, but I could tell you were like, I was still fucking hustling, because when you're trying to pursue something or a goal, like you're saying, making that jump going from an Ohio to LA, you know, motherfuckers got to do what they got to do to pay rent and pay for gas to get around and maneuver. And then when you want to make moves, you got to invest in those moves. So, you know, Joey and I identify greatly with doing whatever it takes to then get to where you can start hustling on doing whatever it takes to take that ship a little bit further.
Yeah, feel it, man. How did you guys get started in the industry, Mitch?
Man, you know, Joey and I met in college. He was a DJ. Honestly, I wasn't a DJ, but I DJ'd. I made beats from like age 14 on, and so, you know, was very much involved with just like throwing events, performing at events from like an early age, traveling around off of music. And at a certain point, I started a t-shirt company and had that with these events where I was already throwing some events at the time. So then we had a t-shirt company to like sponsor events or get us into other events, or we could at least just monetize our events a little bit more. I met Joey at the same time, and we were just kind of different groups of people. And just power in numbers, you know, you have your audience, I got my audience, we bring together. Now we got a little bit bigger audience. And so it just kind of started like organically like that. And we were both in different groups, and, you know, we just kept rocking with one another. And eventually a lot of people fell off. And, you know, me and him are two people that just, you know, the hustle really didn't stop. And so the relationship has continued to grow from there. Getting into weed was like, that was what funded everything. You know, like pre whatever it is now, like that was what funded everything. Like, you know, I was involved in music, so a lot of the guys that ran studios or the promoters and shit, you know, everybody was kind of involved in the commerce of cannabis to some extent, you know. And and once legalization happened, it was like, or once medical happened, that was an outlet for us to sell our t-shirts out of dispensaries and promote our events out of like medical shops. And then, you know, once it went recreational, now we can like stop doing shit behind the covers and, you know, start maneuvering. A lot of the people you rock with are now at positions or owning legal companies. And so really just, you know, growing up hustling on the West Coast and just being blessed to have, you know, some form of cannabis like normalized, you know, more so likely than where you know, Ohio, where you're from.
Amen, man, dude. I swear that's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Yeah, so
it was an interesting experience, that's for sure. Meeting in college and then graduating, and then weed becomes like super legal. A couple years at a time, and then, we almost
oh shit,
it's still going, you know. It's the crazy thing. Still fucking going.
Yeah, we've definitely seen weed at every stage, you know, completely dark side, medical side only, and the legal side. So
yeah, and then I feel like it all worked out because it's like they say, like, you know, find the industry that you spend the most amount of money in, and then work in that industry. Like, okay, yes, like stumble, like, fuck yeah, finally in the weed industry. Like, I still support it, like I still buy, but I don't buy nearly as much weed now. It's just getting that's like number one benefit. Being able to just try new products always and see what's out there. Like it's just exploded. Even, I mean, the flower, you know, obviously is always going to be there, and it's always going to be like that pinnacle to come back to. But like even the drinks have been blowing up lately, and just all the other edible side of things and water solubles. And it's just crazy.
Love the weed drinks. Big weed drinker.
So with that being said, some of these products, what are in your mind? You don't got to rank them. You don't got to worry about offending nobody. But if you're gonna big up, what are some of the products in California across any category? What are some of the products, strains, or brands that you're most hyped on?
Oh man, that is a good question. I mean, flower is just like this area. You know, I'm a big joint guy. Like, love to just kind of roll it up and smoke one after the day's over, or even just, you know, whenever. I like that. And then, I mean, 710 is 710. You know, I gotta love dabs too. Like any kind of rosins, especially, or diamonds, some sauce. It's where it's at the go-to. And then like the drinks are great too, man. Like we're working with this really cool brand called Olala right now. They're like infused sodas. Then we work with Pabst Blue Ribbon too. They're like doing the whole seltzer game. Like there's a bunch of really dope products coming out, and like I always love Packwoods. And I've actually been loving on the Packwoods. I don't think I have one right now, but the Packarillos, like the 3-pack like blunts where it's not like as crazy.
Pinky size one.
Yeah, but it's like perfect. It's like a joint, but it's like a blunt.
Yeah. Joey did those for us on the last West Coast weed tour, man. I don't think I reviewed them. Joey smoked them all.
Oh, yeah. See, he did that by design. He's like, I haven't taken this.
Come on, man.
Man.
Mitch, how like different? How like what kind of products are like? What's up? I was gonna say, Mitch, what kind of like products are up there? And like, we're up in Washington where you are. Like, are there still as many drinks taken over? Is it like more flour? Like, what's hot?
Yeah. So I mean, up here it's a little bit different. It's not as big as California. There's definitely like more brands and obviously a lot more people in California, and then a lot more hype and celebrity influence. Like that shit doesn't really. Not only do we not have it, I don't think people up here would care as much. It's just a lot of different like culture, honestly, but it's definitely real similar. The dispensaries are going to look the same. The experience as compared to, from Washington to Oregon to Colorado or whatever, it's definitely Washington and California are pretty similar to the way it's structured. And the drinks is funny. I was just looking at some data from Headset, and like in California right now, like the low dose drinks are killing it, whereas in Washington. In Washington, the high dose, the 100, and for us, high dose is 100 milligrams. That's the most you can put in an edible in Washington.
I know.
Which is corny.
Same. I miss the medical days, man. Bring back the Corova Black Bar or the Blackout Brownie.
Like Oregon, you can still get. I got a 448 milligram thing there last time, but I think they might even go further. But we're whack on the hundreds. But the hundreds are the hot seller up here, and we got couple different brands, like a couple brands that are in California and in Washington. And ironically, a couple Pacific Northwest brands are really, really putting up some numbers down there in California.
Yeah, man. They're especially on like the edible side of things, like Wild.
Yeah.
Dope. They've got really quality product too. They've been killing it.
Yeah, Wild's killing out of Oregon. Buddy's brand is vape cartridges. I mean, they started out of Oregon and then they went to Washington and then California, but they crush it in Oregon.
Select.
Yeah, there's only really like.
Yeah, Select was out of Oregon too. Yeah.
Oh damn, I didn't know that. There's only like a handful of brands that have been able to go multi-state and actually let it succeed. There's so many that just kind of fall by the wayside. Like, where did this brand go? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. It's been tough for California brands to penetrate in Washington. That's been a task not many people have been able to do.
I think it's just what you're saying too. It's just like the cultures are so different, and the needs and just how people consume or what people look for in consuming is so different.
Right. And what people care about. You could spend $100K on influencers in LA and it could be the best 100,000 you ever spent. You could spend that in Washington and like 4 people would give a shit, like it's just different,
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about the music that you guys got booked for 710. You're dabbling a little bit in EDM, a little bit in hip hop. I admittingly do not know shit about EDM minus like the maybe top 3 DJs or some shit that I've seen on flyers over the years that we've promoted.
Yeah.
But you got the Dipset, Harlem God, man. You got Cam'ron coming up. Were you guys killer fans? But before you booked him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of him, but like what actually is really exciting. He's got some dope music. He's been around for a long time, but like him and Smoke DZA are all connected with like the Packwoods and the Smokers Club boys, like partners in the companies, like doing their own shit with their own brand, with their own lines. So that's what we're really excited about, is for them to like showcase their weed and also be able to perform like at this event. Like it's gonna be dope.
Facts. Big facts.
That's fine. I'm a Dipset super fan. I'm 33, so I was like in high school when Dipset was in its reign, and yeah, man, I know way too much about the Dipset, their extended family, the producers they work with. That was my era of hip hop. So I fuck with Cam and a couple of those guys from the Smokers Club, man. They're
yeah.
That's a
Dude, so I
legendary.
bet you're like super stoked to watch it, to see these guys then, to see Cam.
Yeah. I'm really not big. We've done events over the years. I really hate watching people live, but I do the Dipset. Like people, there's certain people, Redman, Method Man, Dipset. There's certain people. It's like every time you get a chance to see them, it's like I fuck with their music hard enough that this is a dope. It's dope to see them live. But generally, I don't know. I'm like an old hater, man. Like I'd rather listen to the stereo version of the music. I got back issues. I don't want to stand on fucking cement for 4 hours.
Dude, I feel it. I mean, I think it's a time and place. I'm a big live music. I love going to concerts. So we've been missing that for so long. I'm like finally back. So much fun. We went to a psych rock festival in San Diego last weekend. It's fucking sick. Finally back. So it's like, I'm so excited to watch some more live music.
Yeah, Joey was always our event guy, festival guy. Man, I couldn't do it. It's not for me.
You're not bringing the earplugs with you, man. Come on.
You gotta stay hydrated.
No, that's not yeah. I just gotta stay hydrated. I gotta stay smoking. I gotta stay somewhere comfortable, man. I'm not trying to be standing, sweating, all that shit, man.
No, I gotta get some couches. There'll be some couches. There'll be some lounges at 710, so you can like kind of just chill out and listen to some dope music.
There we go. So you guys are big on the experience, pushing experience. Where did the inspiration come from that to like incorporate that into the ethos of throwing events?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just starts from our passion for live music too, like working in the music industry, like doing some shit. Joey, come on, bro. Where's your Wi-Fi?
No.
But like I was saying, like just working in the music industry, and then like everybody at a concert smokes weed, and like everybody at an art show would love to be in an art show high, So why not blend that together with the cannabis industry that's already here? People are already talking about it. Let's make it normal. Let's push it forward to the forefront. Why does every party have to be an alcohol party? Right. Everybody gets shit-faced. Like, let's go get stoned and eat some good food and have a good time, meet some new people.
100%. That's been a big conversation in pushing past the stigma and normalizing cannabis. Is that comparison to like how events with alcohol are so normal. I mean, every event, every sporting event, every event, period. Community events is, usually sponsored by and serving alcohol. Yet a lot of states, California, you can get an event permit, but a lot of states don't allow it. And even still, there's still a stigma there, which is just absolutely crazy. So from you, someone that's been a part of a wide array of events, how much easier would you say is it to deal with a cannabis event versus an event where you have liquor and bars and like the nightclub type vibe? Yeah,
I mean, the people, so much easier. That's probably like the only easiest part. Is the easier part is dealing with stoners rather than drunk people. They're just so much nicer. They just get too high and they go home. They don't stick around. They don't pass out or anything. But on the other side of things, it is a challenge, and it's a challenge to find venues, and it's a challenge to like just overcome obstacles. The cannabis industry is rigged against us still. And it's we gotta figure out ways to make this work and actually like do some dope things and show people that this is working. Like we can do this in a normal fashion, and it doesn't need to be this whole big, oh my God, what is going on? It's just like, come on. Like we're doing it responsibly. We're doing it the right way. Like let's have some good times.
Right. And in order to do that, we know that from throwing events. In order to do that, you'd say it does take finding other people that have that same mindset, whether it is event owners, specific neighborhoods or areas. Like you have to pick places that it's, that share that mindset that like cannabis isn't less than.
Right. Exactly, man. So, I mean, like, that's half the battle is finding the right place to do it and finding the vibe and putting it together. Like you already know too, planning events, pretty much immediately if it's going to work or not, just from 2 seconds of walking in and just feeling the energy and the flow. But yeah, like just trying to do different things like pro skate events, exotic car shows, finding those communities that love weed and are like want to know more about it or don't have as mainstream of access to it as, you know, you and I, who can go to any cannabis event now starting back up like pretty much every week. And it's like, yeah, let's give that community an experience, bring them into ours. They're gonna fuck with everybody in this group, so like y'all gonna meet and love each other. Like, let's build it, let's grow.
Right, and that's an important part of marketing and building, right? Is putting or communities that have shared interests but are different communities together. And I think a lot of people that throw events and anything, you know, I come from the hip hop world. A lot of hip hop people put on lineups where it's everybody has the same audience. You know, it's like everyone from the same camp. So it's like then when they go to promote the event, it's just 5 people promoting the same shit to the same group, the exact same group of people, right? Whereas when you bring different pieces to the, you know, different puzzle pieces together, you can build like a much more robust picture and just bring more people to the conversation.
Do you remember when Wiz Khalifa, it's probably like 6 years ago, Wiz Khalifa went on tour with Fall Out Boy? That was like crazy. I saw that show. That shit was wild. Like 2 completely different demographics and just listeners and like age ranges of listeners too. But it was cool. Fall Out Boy had some good shit. I went for Wiz, but like they went hard too.
Right. But both of those guys were kind of like encroaching on like pop and like a cool, edgy culture vibe, you know. So they both, like you said, there's people there that were going to discover the other one from their audience, and then obviously for them, they could play much larger venues.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. That show was pretty big. I've also seen Wiz like back-to-back Snoop Dogg for like 2 hours. I mean, that's like I feel like they do that every weekend in Vegas, but it was a big deal when I was in Ohio. So.
Right. Yeah. Ever since they did that movie, they're able to get money together. Man, Snoop is that. It was funny. I think someone was just talking shit to him in the interview. He's just like makes money, bro. Every move he does just like unlocks a new way for him to make like money for the next decade.
Yeah, dude, that video of him like impersonating like the Migos and Future and like every other upcoming rapper was hilarious. That shit was so funny. Bro, like Snoop, only you, man. You're a god. You're a legend.
Right, he's like the biggest celebrity out of rap music, probably of all time. Like the biggest pop culture icon out of hip rap music, I think. He's got to be number 1 or in the top 3, man. Snoop is huge.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, he's lived through it all too. He's still sticking around. It's fucking
100%.
Crazy.
100%. So what are some of the cool activations that you guys have had in the past that like might give a little insight? Like, what are cool ways brands can activate themselves at events and connect to people?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all about, you know, being able to talk to people and show them your products and show them your brand and show them who's behind it too. Like being able to like try some stuff out and have a good time and you know, even see what's going on and just being able to like do cool things. Like we had like Packwoods create some skate decks and they did like, you know, their rolling stations and shit and dab bars from different brands and just some cool stuff. And then we also had like tattoos, like a whole, like, if you know who Poncho is, he brings like a whole tattoo bus and just sets up his shop and parks the bus on the lot. And he's like, let's go. But just, yeah, lots of experiential stuff, building out lounges, doing like silent discos, bringing in cars, like just super experiential stuff that like stimulates what you're doing when you're high.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what you say, like for a sponsor, right? Like the most important thing a sponsor can get out of an event is like people leaving either knowing that brand or associating that brand with a memory, right? And an experience is how you develop a memory. When you guys work with sponsors, are you guys pretty hands-on with like developing these experiences, or do you kind of like allow them to have the creative freedom to come up with things to do?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of just give them the general picture. You know, we curate and put together what the venue is going to look like, what the overall theme of the event is, what the music lineup's going to be, if it's going to be house, you know, just rolling house music and no DJ, are we going to have talent? Like, what's it going to be? How big is it? You know, what other elements besides cannabis brands are going to be there? And then, yeah, we just let them, it's a conversation, let them decide, you know, what they want to bring. They know their brand. They know what they want to push. Like if they're going to go all out, let them go all out. Let's do some crazy stuff. Let's see like some creative things and creative concepts come out.
I love it.
You know, do you,
it's
you
really,
guys
it's
like
really
like
thorough.
Sorry, what'd you say?
No, I said, you guys feel like you're on that same vibe too when you guys are like doing events?
100%. Definitely looking at, building some form of experience, usually built around, as you know, the venue. First of all, you got to find the venue that'll allow you to do something within this space. And then that kind of dictates, the space, what you're working with, and thinking of cool ways to build experiences. And then trying to think of brands that can help fit in with those experiences. And like you're saying, whether brands are a part of it or not, as an event host, you got to have something going on that's interesting. And so it's a little bit of building with those brands directly and a little bit of, them building with you.
That's exactly. Yeah. And it's all a conversation. Like, if they want to do something cool, like, let's see how we can make it happen.
What are some of the most memorable events that you've been to in the California cannabis industry?
Oh man, I mean, obviously Hazy events, but that's too easy. That's too egotistical. I mean, Emerald Cup for sure. That's still like super pure and like about the growers and the weed and like true cannabis culture, and like they're pretty cool. I like them. I mean, I like Hall of Flowers just because you can see so many industry people too. They're all kind of there from all over the state. But then other than that, just being able to like do some dope things in LA. We've done some cool experiences. We actually went to a silent disco on the beach in Dockweiler like a month or two ago. That was pretty cool. But other than that, the Hazy stuff. That's why we do these events. Like I want to go to this event anyway. So why not just make it myself? Like try to put it together.
Facts. Huge.
What about you guys?
You guys do some of the best curation, some of the best experiences, man, if not the best. A lot of those Hall of Flowers and Emerald Cup has this industry vibe to it, and your guys' is really more about that. It is more of a community vibe, even though Emerald Cup definitely has that community vibe for sure. It's different, and maybe that switch in LA maybe will make it a little bit more consumer focused. You know what I mean? Than before. But I really believe I think they probably will do that. It'll allow them to get more massive in size with their events. But for right now, at least in my experience, like last year's 710 event, stupid lit. Skateboarding event, stupid lit. The experiences and the brands, all dope. The last few private parties that you've launched and with all the brands that you've been working with, stupid sick. Like I don't know, you know what I mean? It takes a certain level of creativity, but then also it takes a certain level of like structural follow through to really get these to just come to life in the first place. And walking through the venue with you guys yesterday, super dope to see the levels, then the scale and the growth. And I'll have been a part of it as just a visitor and an attendee, and now finally RMR, earning a spot here as as a media partner on this one. We're super excited. Mitch is flying out. We got a bunch of homies that are coming through to support. Got all the buyers and bud tenders we about to start inviting this next week, man. It's about to be good. We got July 4th weekend. We got to celebrate legalized weed. We got to free more prisoners. We got to free more motherfucking people that are incarcerated on some weed shit. We need to still be preaching more equality, and we need to get together and gather and also celebrate on 710 at Hazy, LA.
Amen, yo. Yeah, this is going to be dope, man. Exactly. I cannot wait. Just a good times. Let's celebrate some cannabis culture. Let's get out there. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since. I've only been to a couple events up here in Seattle. Maybe I've been to one event up here in Seattle, but they've been having a regular Friday jump off that's been cracking. But people are back outside and excited to do stuff. And I'm sure a lot of these brands are excited to get out there and touch some people in the physical world, man, because everybody's been living on the line the last year.
Right. I mean, a lot of these brands is like one of their first, if not their first event back, like finally being able to like be comfortable enough to say, yeah, we can do this responsibly and still have a good time and like showcase this off. Like, let's get back to put your brand in people's hands. Like that's where the most value comes from. That's the most memories. Like you said, I think earlier, just being able to like remember what you were, because like everybody has smokes weed day to day, or whenever you smoke it just outside by yourself. But if you can go to a dope experience and actually like try it, remember it, like I would remember that for a couple years, if not like forever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What is I have this one last question for you, man. What is one piece of game that you would give somebody or a brand that wants to start throwing their own events in this space?
Yeah. Advice, I mean, be willing to like just keep working, keep finding it. Like your place is out there. You can find it. You can like learn from other people, even learn from us, learn from what we do right, learn from what we do wrong, what it does right and wrong. Like find your own path. Like there is so much room in this industry, especially in California. But I mean, it's going to pop off in the United States here shortly. There's so much room to be able to like grab your piece of the pie, make a dope experience, build your community. I think that it is going to take a lot of perseverance. You guys already know. Like,
yeah,
you got to be able to survive. You got to be able to like stick it out and put faith in yourself and know that you're on the right path and you can do it. And like you've got their team behind you and you guys are doing some dope shit.
Oh yeah,
great advice. Thank you for that. That's huge. That's
also
huge
try
game.
to find a good venue. That'd be good too.
People, listen up, everybody. He said, find a good venue. Can't miss that. That's a huge one. You got to find a good venue. And he said you got to never give up, man. You got to be willing to work. It's as simple as that.
Exactly, man.
And go to a Hazy event and learn from them. He also said that. He also said that too. I heard that.
Learn what I do right and wrong, man. I got it all.
Man, you got to attend lots of events to be able to learn what you don't like. You got to be able to relate to that, man. You guys, like I said, man, I'm very excited. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm sitting here. I'm stoned. This Cure Company shit got me high as fuck. So I'm coming through. You better be ready to smoke some Curlado. I'm bringing that.
Oh, I'm down. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it. So where can people RSVP at right now if they want to pull up?
Yeah, dude. So it's free RSVP through the Hazy Instagram, just Hazy_LA. Links in the bio through Eventbrite. Sign it up. You'll get the address the day before the event. Come through.
Heard it here. Come fuck with Hazy. A bunch of dope sponsors. Killer Cam, Smoke DZA, some EDM.
You guys
DJs.
are gonna be there too. You guys are gonna be fucking podcasting. We got a whole dome for you guys. Like it's just gonna be sick.
About to smoke it out.
Yeah, any brands out there, man. Y'all want to come through? Come smoke with us on the podcast. We're gonna be bouncing around. We're gonna be filming some content. We're gonna be live streaming. You just never know. If Mitch and I are sitting at the table, or if you catch us in the area, let's film an episode of the podcast. Let's do it. Let's get it in.
I'm gonna smoke a pack of woods, bro, and so I gotta taste the best flavors, man. I gotta taste some flavors.
I just want you guys to know I'm saving some of this right here. I already got Claiborne. Yeah, Claiborne already came through and was like, "Yo, make sure you guys, get some of this on the podcast at Hazy." So people are ready to celebrate, man. It's a big deal. Come through, come talk about your experiences. Come fuck with Adam. We got to make sure we take pictures, man. We got to get a picture when we're there. This is crazy.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Crazy.
There's plenty of photo ops.
We got to get it in, man. I really appreciate you being on the show with us, my man. It's really good to connect and learn about you guys and your history. Thank you.
No, thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys have been awesome. This was a lot of fun. Looking forward to the 10th and just seeing you in person. Let's do some more shit.
Yep. So if people are trying to pull up, he told you at Hazy_LA. Links in the bio. Stay tuned. If you're not there, one of our listeners up in Washington, we'll be doing a live episode at the event, so you can tune in with us live, and then also check that out everywhere you be fucking with podcasts. After that,
Saturday. Let's go. Saturday, July 10th, 4 to midnight. Pull up.
There we go. If you're in LA, all right. RMR Podcast, episode 16. Appreciate y'all.
Got it.
Thank you guys.
I appreciate you guys.